How much has Lionel Messi pushed you to become a better player? And the second part of that question, would you say that you two are the best players of all time, better than Pele, Maradona?
I'm pushed to myself. I don't need other players to push myself. I just work since I was in sporting, so I push myself all the time to be the best. As I say many times, in my opinion, I'm the best because I think we have to think like that, not just in my job, but you have to think in your job you are the best reporter. And I'm thinking like that. If I'm not thinking like that, I'm not going to be stronger than I think I am.
Yeah, that's my dog. Hey, man, that's so awesome. So that was Cristiano Ronaldo. And he wasn't worried about the reporter was talking about. I am focused on me and what I'm doing, and it's okay for me to feel like I'm the best because I'm supposed to be. This is what I'm doing. So, anyway, this is another episode of Midnight Motivation. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in. Share this with other people so they can be motivated and inspired as well. Of course, this is for my business owners, but anybody who tunes in, I want you to be inspired and motivated, invigorated with life and energy. But anyway, today we're talking about persistency, and I want to tell you how this actually came up for me, guys. I was talking to a friend of mine today, and I said to my friend, if somebody came to you and asked you and said, listen, I'll give you $10,000 if you can come up with a topic that will give to Mo to speak about with no prior preparation, and Mo must absolutely kill it, what would that topic be? And of course, I could think of a topic myself to talk about, but it's actually important to sometimes understand how other people see you, understand you, and receive information from you. So the value obviously that he receives from me is in the area of persistency and consistency. So we're going to talk about that tonight. Let's start. So here's a quote on consistency. I had only ordinary capacity, but extraordinary persistency. And I love that because persistency kind of levels the playing ground for people who are not as talented or don't have an upper hand. Your persistency will actually get you through. Let's check another one. Persistency is actually so important. Martin Luther King felt he should put it in one of his quotes, and I wanted to share that quote with you. It says here, most important and urgent life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Let me read that one more time because I messed it up the first time. But life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Now, you see here, persistent is actually matched with urgent, you know, and those two things are a combination for success. I mean, your urgency with your persistency, you got to keep going and keep pushing, and don't put it off. There's no time to procrastinate on your goals and your ambitions and your dreams. Persistency and urgency combined is something beautiful. But let's just go into one more quote. I like this one because water is one of those things where it's soft. Water isn't hard, it's soft. You can apply water through a machine and make it the force harder, but most times it's soft, it's calm. And this quote talks about a river, and it talks about the persistency, how this soft thing, this thing that's not seen as such powerful can actually harness so much power with the power of persistency. So it says a river cuts through rock, not because of its power, but because of its persistence. And I'm always working on my professional speaking, so I'm going to read that one more time. A river cuts through rock, not because of its power, but because of its persistence. So persistence obviously is something that can help us to get to those goals, to get over the barricades, because persistence is not just like. Actually, let's go into one of the experts, one of the pros on the subjects of persistence. The late great Jim Rohn. He is definitely one of my virtual mentors. Somebody I have a tremendous amount of respect for. I've listened to tons and tons of his material, more hours than I could possibly count. But let's go into it because persistence is important.
Persistence is patience in action. Persistence is creative, always looking for new opportunities. Persistence is courageous. It doesn't give in to fear. Persistence is hopeful. It doesn't let discouragement through the door. Persistence is positive. It keeps you on track with your plans and your goals. And the last thing that persistence is cheerful. Not gloomy, cheerful.
Persistence is cheerful. I like that one. So not gloomy, but cheerful. You know, you want to be cheerful. I heard this one quote, something like this: "You'll get through a challenge way faster with a positive attitude than you will with a negative one." Be cheerful. That's the recipe for, or the ingredients for persisting. But let's take it to Bob Proctor. Super amazing guy. One of those rags to riches stories. But let's hear what he has to say about persistence.
It's a well-documented fact that a high percentage of all goals that are set are abandoned, usually fairly early. Numerous dreams fade and are lost because this one great quality has never been developed. And it's not that people don't try, they do. However, for the most part, individuals who fail to develop persistence are operating with a misconception, which very likely results from their ignorance of the law of cause and effect.
So I want to talk about that last sentence he said. The ignorance of the law of cause and effect. Like that might sound like some woo woo type of stuff, but it's not. It's really simple. And I actually want to break that down in biblical terms for you. That would basically mean this: if you're not utilizing the power of persistency, you're not understanding this particular Bible verse which says, "Seek and ye shall find." Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door will be opened up unto you. You know, knock. That's an action word. You know, but what if it doesn't open up immediately? You got to keep knocking. You know, you got to continue that action. You got to have that persistent, consistent action. Um, got to take it to the OG. We had the OG last night on Midnight Motivation, so we're going to bring him back on. But the big bro, Les Brown, this is very important. That's why you see all of these great thought leaders talk about this subject. You know, it's going to be one of those things on the road to success that you must acquire at some point. But Les Brown, persistency. Let's listen in.
That you're going to have some ups and you're going to have some downs. But during those down moments, that's where the growth takes place. That's where the work is. See, anybody can feel good when they have their health, their bills are paid, they have happy relationships. Anybody could be positive then. Anybody can have a larger vision then.
Right.
Anybody can have faith under those kinds of circumstances.
Come on.
The real challenge of growth, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, comes when you get knocked down.
The real challenge comes when you get knocked down. Will you persist? Will you make it through? Will you endure? I believe you can. I believe you can. And when you understand that the reward for your persistency is everything that you desire, you'll never stop. So that's it for Midnight Motivation tonight. Before I go, though, I just wanted to say a couple thank yous.
I want to thank me for believing in me. I want to thank me for doing all this hard work. I want to thank me for having no days off. I want to thank me for never quitting. I want to thank me for always being a giver and trying to give more than I receive. I want to thank me for trying to do more right than wrong. I want to thank me for just being me at all times.
Come on. Come on. just want to thank myself tonight. But really though, I just want to thank you all for watching. If you found this helpful, inspiring, motivating, leave a comment, like it, share it with somebody else, because of course somebody else is looking to be inspired. And I'm looking to inspire. I want to see you guys reach the top in whatever endeavors you are, into. But God bless. Peace.